Okay guys, let's see if we can catch an end of night reversal.
Matron, take them away.
And a warm welcome to one and all. If it's your first time here, I'm the big fella Scruff, and sitting next to me is the wild wonder Winky. And she is wild. Oh, you are wild. We just had a holiday and trust me, she was wild. Bloody hell. And her drinking escapades, well, I'll tell you about that at the weekend when I do bloody coffee with Scruff.
You need talk.
What do you mean? Well, I've just said I'll tell them on coffee with Scruff.
When you made a drink, what happened? You fell over twice.
It was actually 3 times. But, I've just come back off holiday. I've got one toe with a nail missing, and on the other foot I've got a broken toe, and let's just say a few bruises. And at my age, I should know better. But I'll tell you when we go coffee with Scruff, and it was her fault. I fell in a tree. I climbed over a fence and fell in a bush, and then I was running flip-flops and tripped over. So it's bad, this, isn't it?
Bit of a pattern.
Bit of a pattern. In other words, don't let me out. And we got kicked out the VIP section because I was singing, and that's not very good. Apparently they don't like it when you join in with the singer.
And you didn't have your shirt on.
I didn't have my shirt on, so I better get on the charts. Bloody hell. I'll tell you about that with coffee with Scruff, and the reason why I took the holiday, because it was all about burnout, and burnout is a serious issue, but something to look forward to. I'll also be starting Ask Scruff again, the live streams, because now we're sort of getting comfortable in the house. I've got time to be able to do it. Right, what are we looking at? Well, the first thing we should look at is, at the end of the night, what are you trying to achieve? Well, if I come onto my indices basket, which is here, we'll see that all of them have been on a drop. Now, there's one of these is a real good barometer as to a reversal in the market. And it's actually this one, the US 500. Why? Because like most things, the world follows the dollar, because the dollar is a world currency. So the US 500 is actually quite an important indices to follow. Now, what I can see with it is, it stopped dead on a level. But now look at the other indices. They're starting to creep in. Here and here. So, what the plan is to have a look at this bad boy, because it's in close proximity to the SP 500, and we're going to buy the thing. So let me just flick this over and we'll have a look, and you'll see exactly why. Now let's just switch this off a second, because I want to do this with nothing on the chart. Right, take it out to the hourly so you can see what it's just done. There's the drop it's just had. Get your fib on it, all right? And then I'm going to build this up a little bit, and I'll show you as to why I'm interested. It's racing up to the 23. So we've got a good opportunity here already. Okay, so we're just going to drop an order in, because sometimes you just got to roll the dice. All right, so there's your order, all right, slightly above. And we're going to target into the 50% or the 38, but we'll just leave it there for now. Now, I did do a sneaky trade on the DAX earlier on today, which is there, which was actually the move that you saw moving down. Now, let me just build this up a little bit. I've already got it in my mind. I know exactly what I'm doing and why I'm doing it, but I want to show you what I'm driving at. Come out to the daily. What can you see there? Without any question, what can you see? This thing is pushing up. It is really aggressively pushing up. Now, if we took daddy levels from yesterday, you'll see it's gone up and then it bump, thumpy, right? So it came up, middle of the road, you hadn't really a clue where it was going to go, and it fell off the cliff. But why would it fall off the cliff? Well, look at the prior candles. Small, 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 thump. They're telling you there's no upward pressure anymore. None. All right? But that's just short term if you're looking at the bigger picture. Let's take it out even higher. Again, look at the weekly. It's screaming up. So if I was to draw a fib from here, you see that that move started there and it got down to this point. Where are we at? Well, we're hovering around a key fib level as it is. So we'll just draw a fib there. And I'm just going to box the price in and sort of do something for you a second. And then we've got another one underneath it, which is here. All right. So there's a weekly formation. Look how it's stalled on that fib. But it's holding well above the 50 retracement. The longer it holds above the 50, the more chance it is it's going up for the top. Well, where's the top? It's up here. You know, how long is it going to take to get there? Well, it's going to take a few weeks, but the general trajectory is up, all right? And within it is going to have short-term pullbacks. There, you can see them here. There's one here. And then inside of them, there's going to be pullbacks inside. So you're drilling down to the moment, but you have an idea that the thing is up. Weekly. Well, there you are. Now you can see the defined area where it's stalled. And why it's stalled? Well, it's stalled because it's on a fib. It's trying to work out, or the market's trying to work out where it wants to go. Now, if it's going to push down, it'll come back to this section here. Why here? Well, it's the last swing point and a structure point, you know, a cluster. So it'll look for that. If it works through there, it'll come to here. Breaks through there, it'll work its way down to here, and so forth. So you can actually plan your trades out quite well. Now, take it down into 4 hours to see what's going on. Right, what can we see here? I can see 3 structure areas. 1, 2, 3. Is any of them breaching? Well, this section is pretty much the same as that, right? But it's contained inside of this. Right, okay. So what can this do for me? I'll draw a fib on this. Whoops, or at least I will do in a second. Top to bottom. What will it show me? Well, it shows me areas of attraction. Right. So I'm just going to drop these in blue. Right. There's our magical 50. And a 23. So each one of these levels becomes key areas to buy or sell at. Well, I'm looking to buy. So that's why it created that area to buy. There it is there. But now I've got these that I can work with. If the price pushes down into it, so what? I'll buy again. Pushes here, so what? I'll buy again. Will I bear some heat? Probably. How much can I take? Well, if I take a grand, it doesn't matter. Because I've got an overall plan to the upper side. And I know the market moves against me before it goes for me. Why buy at this point? Very simple reason. Overextended candle from a strong sustained drive. Can't continue. Another market is showing signs that this is starting to push up, which is the driver market, the S&P 500. It's a good area to buy it. Okay. So what else can you do? Well, you can start looking to break this thing down as well. So let's drop it down into the hourly. There's a move, there's a move. So you've got two moves inside of it. So you can see the top section's up there. There's the base of it. And it's coming in and it's lined up again. Now you can even tighten this up if you so wish into where that move actually did start. And then there you go. It's tightened up again, showing a 38, which is a key buying area, as is the 23, and you're looking to get to the 50, 60, 71. So the target wants to be probably about here. That's reasonable, 61. You can be conservative and target it down there, and you'll get your 100 quid or whatever. And that's it. Nicely mapped out. You can see exactly where this is going, just using basic fibs. Now, if I draw that back in from here to here, and then I just drop in the ones above it. I don't want to make it too messy. These are going to be my target points. That is there. There you go. Sorted. And then just take it down into 15 minutes so you can start seeing it more and more. Moving up into there to push higher. Simple stuff. And that's it. And what are we looking for? A quick snap. And that snap should pay us. So let's see what happens with it. Okay guys, job's done. It's gone up and it's stalled bang on the level that I marked in. Now, these things are not coincidence, believe it or not. They look like they are, but they're not. Because every time a level is formed, it's formed for a key reason. It's happened before, or there's a high probability it will happen. Now, when you're putting in solid support and resistance, that is an echo of the past. That'll give you a vision of the future. But if there was something that could reinforce that future, it's always a fib. Because a fib is something that is repeatable in nature and in numbers. And it's well recognized. Do a lot of reading on it. It is a single most tool that I would use the most. If I couldn't use anything else, I would use a fib, because a fib will map out the chart. It'll tell me where to get in, it'll tell me where to get out, tell me the stretch points of the market, that can give me my stops, everything. The fib is a perfect tool. And just look at this here. It's almost to the pip where it stopped and it's pulled away. And it's allowed me to earn some money. And that's what I do during the day. You can look for various elements in the charts, and we'll touch on that in a second, but there it is there. You've seen it in front of you right through. And that's all I do. I do trading in the moment. And I can't be any fairer than that, guys. And there we are. So today, just with basic work, doing exactly what you've seen. I've now ended the day on 688 quid. And you've seen the final trade play out in front of you. And then that's it. Friday, probably take the day off because I've done a week's work in a day. Simple stuff. And this is what I kind of try to show the guys in the squad every day. Now, trading isn't as difficult as you think it is. The hard part, believe it or not, is you. You'll oversize, you'll jump from system to system, you'll try and get in way too early, and you rely heavily on indicators. And that's it. You know, your fear and greed is what drives you. So that's why you're the problem. But most traders will take 2 or 3 hits, maybe 4, and think this system ain't working, this is shit, I'm going to move on to something else. And they'll get themselves into some form of a treadmill of terror, as I call it, where you're just on a hamster wheel. If you get to learn how to read a chart, in other words, understand what the direction is, it'll forgive you bad entry. And then you can have management processes in place to control that bad entry, as long as your direction's right. And then have a good, clear roadmap on the chart. Simple. But you need how to put your levels in, you need to know how to draw a fib, you need to know how to get your direction. The entry, believe it or not, is not the most important part. The roadmap is what is important. So, something for you to think about. If you're stuck, I'm very easy found. You just use all my contact details. You find them in the description and the comments. Do leave a comment. And if you use the super thanks, etc., I will give you a shout out and personally answer your question in a video. And if you're looking for brokers and prop firms and what have you, there are some special offer links available to you, 5% from the 5%ers. And if you go to BlackBull, you'll get 500 to 1 leverage at the time of the video. And I'll even help you with that as well. Can't see any fair in that. So as always, guys, trade well, keep your risk managed, but above all, do what you love, and the money will follow. See you all in the next one.